Hi my beautiful people and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So for today's video I did want to create like a easy and quick go-to makeup look. I know I haven't done a makeup tutorial, like a simple makeup tutorial in a while, so I did want to go ahead and get on here and just film a a quick and easy go-to makeup look. I did obviously mention all of the products that I use, how I use them, like a little bit of tips and tricks of how I do my makeup like on a day-to-day basis to get me to look like this. So this is the look that I came up with today. As you guys can see, it's really simple but very glam at the same time. So yeah, if you guys want to see how I achieve this look, then just feel free and keep on watching. Okay, so to start right away with this face tutorial or simple quick beat, I already did apply my primer and I used the Smashbox Photo Finish Primerizer. So what it is, it's a primer and a moisturizer. So I went ahead and this is the one that I use. I really like this one because it's a primer and a moisturizer in one. So I don't have to use moisturizer. You can, but you don't have to because this is already like combined. And I always apply my primer first and then I do my eyebrows just because I feel like it's faster and it actually gives my primer time to actually soak into my skin rather than doing my eyebrows, applying my primer, and then applying my foundation like right away. So that's why I like applying it first. That way it gives it time to soak into my skin. Now, for foundation, I'm going to go back to an oldie but a goodie, and you guys know that I was obsessed with this one. I did review this one already. If you guys haven't checked it out, I will go ahead and link it down below. And this is the Frankie Rose Cosmetics Matte Perfection Foundation. And I did get the shade Olive and Neutral, but I did use Neutral, and I feel like that one's more like of a pinky, peachy undertone. And obviously, you guys can see I'm not that like peachy. I'm more like of a yellow undertone. So the Olive one I feel like was a good match. But yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and apply this foundation. And I'm going to apply it just to like a little spatula that I have here. I normally do like 3 pumps just because I like more of a full coverage. And then I did get a new beauty blender, so I'm going to go ahead and take that. I feel like they feel a little bit different than like the past ones. And I feel like it's a little bit bigger. I'm not sure if you guys can see. Like this is a beauty blender too. Like they're both the original ones, but I feel like this one's a little bit bigger. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. Okay. So I'm just going to go ahead and get that. And then I'm just going to start to apply that to my face. And again, if you don't like full coverage, you can obviously just do like 1 or 1.5 pumps. You don't have to do the 3 pumps. But since I prefer a little bit more coverage, that's why I go in with 3 pumps. And honestly, like doing the 3 pumps, it's pretty much just on my cheek area right here already. Like I have only a little bit left. I'm pretty sure I can do the whole thing, like use the whole 3 pumps on my face, but I'm probably gonna have to like touch up on my forehead mostly because that's, I feel like, the area that I kind of leave out a little bit and I don't put as much foundation, which I don't mind. I think because where I want the most coverage is like in this area. So if you guys notice anything different about my face, comment down below what you think, or if you notice anything at all, like let me know what you think it is. I'm gonna end up making a video about it, obviously to keep you guys updated and let you guys know. But if you guys can tell already, then leave them down in the comments and we'll see who's right. So now that is done, I'm gonna go ahead and take my KKW Beauty Concealer in the shade 5. It looks like this. As you guys know, I had done a review on these as well. I had got shades 6 and 5. But personally, I feel like 6 is a little bit better. Sorry, 5 is a little bit better to highlight, whereas 6 it's a little bit more like to conceal, just because it's a little bit darker. And obviously 5, as you guys can see, it's more like of a highlighting color. I do have my Too Faced Born This Way one, but again, I feel like that one's a little bit on the darker side. So, and then I'm going to take my other beauty blender. I just have separate ones just to make it easier on myself and just so I'm not constantly like mixing. And then I'm going to take that and just blend that out. And another thing that you guys can do too is if you guys don't like it feeling too cakey underneath your eye, what you can do is when you blend out your foundation, don't blend it so much under your eye. So kind of stop it like right here and then just keep blending all around. And then that way when you go in with your concealer, you can apply however much you want. Just because I know there's sometimes where I apply a lot of foundation underneath my eye and then I apply my concealer still, and then I set it, it can get a little bit cakey and it can feel like really, really heavy underneath the eyes. And that's because I went in with the foundation, and then I went in with the concealer, and then I went in with the powder. So to kind of avoid that, I do that sometimes, is I apply mostly everything here, and then with whatever I have left on that beauty blender, I do just bring it up just a little bit, and then I apply my concealer, and then it doesn't get that like cakey feeling. So then I just look up, make sure I blend out all those creases. And then I'm gonna go take my Laura Mercier Air Translucent Powder. I haven't used this in forever, but I had went to Sephora and I had finally picked it up, and I forgot how good this powder was. As you guys know, I was using like the Kat Von D one. I was using, no, not Kat Von D. I was using the one that came like in the boxy charm. I was using the Cover FX one, and then there was another one I feel like I was using. But I was like, you know what? Let me get this one because I forgot how, you know, it worked, and I love it. The only thing, only disclaimer, and honestly, I don't even know if it's the foundations that I wear, or if it's just my skin, or if it's the powders that I use, but I feel like my foundation looks like, okay, like my color, whatever, we're good. And then I feel like when I set my face using the translucent powder, I feel like when I notice it more when I'm in my car and I put my mirror down and I look at myself in the mirror. I feel like it kind of changes my foundation, because my foundation starts to look a little bit more like on the pink peachy side, and you guys know that's not like my undertone. So honestly, it makes it look like I don't have the right foundation shade on. So I think what I'm gonna do for today is I'm just gonna set the areas that I feel like need the most setting, which is my smile lines and then my chin, obviously my under eye and my nose, just because when I wear sunglasses, I don't like it leaving like the little marks, even though sometimes it does, honestly. But then what I'm gonna do, you guys know I don't swipe it off anymore. I kind of just melt it into my skin to give it more of a airbrush kind of finish. So I just blend that in, and then with my nose as well. So like I said, before I would apply it directly to all of my face, I would set my whole face with this. So for today's video, I'm gonna do it only in the areas, like I said, that I need it. And then once I go, because I am gonna go out today, and once I go into like my car, I'll go ahead and look at like myself in the mirror and see if it actually made a difference. And I'm just gonna apply a little bit to my eyelid. Then now for my bronzer, I'm gonna go on my Silhouette Contour Palette by the Makeup Shack. If you guys have not picked this up, you guys should definitely pick it up, because this palette is bomb. Obviously you guys can see what shade I like the most, which is this one right here. I do mix this one and like this one together. So honestly, I mix like all of them. The only one that I don't mix that often is Sculpt, because that one is really, really dark. But the brush that I'm going to use is this Morphe angled brush. It does not have a name, so I'm not sure which one it would be called. But for today, I'm going to go ahead and take Sunkissed, and then I'm just going to apply that. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take whatever was left on my beauty blender and just do it on my forehead, just because I wrinkle my forehead a lot and I get like little wrinkles. So, and this has like a lot of pigment, as you guys can see. Like I'm dapping in like once or twice, and then that's it. And I think I like this shade the most because it gives you more like, I like more warmer bronzers than like cool or like ashy kind of colors, just because that doesn't go good with my skin and it just looks like muddy to me. So I feel like this one, since it's called Sunkissed, it does give you like that nice sun-kissed kind of bronzer. But obviously you can build it up and it's still not gonna look too bad. But I really, really like this color. So now for highlighter, I'm gonna take my Anastasia Beverly Hills and collaboration with Amrezy. This highlighter is just to die for. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take my Morphe M510 brush. You guys know this is like a holy grail brush. And then I am just going to apply that to the highest points of my cheekbone. And then I just smile and I bring it down just a little bit. I did start contouring my nose just a little bit, because as you guys can see, when I look at myself this way, I feel like obviously a lot of like the bronzer and more of like the depth is out here and not so much in here. So I feel like, let's see if you guys can see a difference. Me personally, I feel like I can tell a huge difference when I just do bronzer on my cheeks and my forehead, whereas when I do everything like my nose, I feel like it just brings everything together, because I feel like my nose just looks like washed out and it doesn't have like a shape to it. So again, I'm taking this BH Cosmetics brush. It did come in a set with this like marble kind of not texture color to it, So this is the number 8. So what I do is I just take that same color and then I just bring that down the sides of my nose. And then I'm going to go back in with a little bit more translucent powder and then just apply that to the middle. So, and then I'm just going to go back and just highlight these areas. I'm just going to move on to eyelashes, and I finally picked up these eyelashes again because these eyelashes, honestly, I have not tried any eyelashes that I like better than these. They're just, honestly, just so amazing. And if you guys haven't tried them, you guys definitely need to try them. And these are the Batty Bee lashes. So obviously these are from Jenny69 herself, and these are in the style Instaho. These are my favorite, ultimate favorite lashes from her eyelash brand, because I don't know why, they're just so like fluffy, and they just put them the opposite way. That's why they look like that. But they're just honestly just so beautiful, super fluffy, super glam. And I feel like even when I do looks like this, I feel like it's not too much, because I know sometimes there's eyelashes that are super fluffy that can be too much even when you do like a simple look. But that's why I like these, because it's not too much ever. And honestly, you can never have too much fluff in your eyelashes. So then what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take my duo glue and I'm going to apply the eyelash glue to the lashes. And then while that is drying, what I like to do is apply mascara. So that way by the time I am done applying my mascara, I am ready to apply my lashes, because the glue is pretty much nice and sticky. And I always get questions too, like of tips and tricks for eyelashes, and the one thing that I always give people is let the eyelash glue get sticky, get tacky, because I know myself personally, before when I would apply my eyelashes, I would apply the glue and then I would apply it right away, and obviously it didn't stick because it's like fresh. So to me personally, I feel like you have to let it sit a little bit for it to get tacky, and that way it's easier for when you put it on your like skin, it kind of grabs onto it really fast. So then now I'm just taking my mascara. I don't know why, I feel like my bottom eyelashes have been so messed up lately. I feel like they just go whichever way they desire. Okay, so now I'm gonna get my eyelash, and what I like to do, another trick too, is I get the eyelash that I first apply the glue to. So it is this one. At this point, after I apply them, sometimes, I don't know why, I feel like it only happens to me, but I feel like the inner part of my eyelash, it always seems to kind of start coming undone. So what I do is I literally just sit here and I just press everything like towards my eye, and then I do go back in with a little bit more eyelash glue, and I apply it to the inner corner, and then again I just start to stick that on. I do this mostly to the inner corner and to the outer corner of my eye. I can't really do that using this mirror, so excuse me, I'm gonna have to get this mirror a little bit closer. So again, I take just a little bit of eyelash glue, I pull these down, and then I apply it to the outer corner. So then now moving on to lips, I'm gonna do like a nude color as I always do. So I'm gonna take my KKW Beauty lip liner in the shade Nude 2, and then I'm just gonna go ahead and line my lips. And then I'm gonna go ahead and take my Dose of Colors liquid lipstick in the shade Sand. It's just like a really nude color. So I apply it like this, and then to get most of it like around, and then what I do is I clean the applicator to take most, honestly, like all of that lipstick off, and then I just use the applicator to slowly blend that into the lip liner. It's gonna cover it, obviously, but it's not gonna cover it fully, and you're still gonna see like that liner, that lip line color. I'm gonna apply just a little bit of a gloss. But before I do that, I'm just gonna again tap that in. And then what I like to do too is just to give it a little bit more like definition to my nose. Then I take my Anastasia highlighter and I apply it to the tip of my nose here, and then to the bridge of my nose here, and like that. So now going back to the lip gloss. This is the Dose of Colors lipstick, and this is like from their their Disney collection. This is the Mickey one, and this is called the One and Only. This one is so warm and it smells so good. And then now to set everything, I'm going to go ahead and take my Urban Decay All Nighter Summer Solist Long Lasting Makeup Spray. I haven't used one of these in forever because this is like the only one that I used to use back then. So then I'm just going to go ahead and then I take my little Daisy Marquez little flyer and I just dry that off. Okay, so that pretty much concludes this entire video of a simple, quick B. I'm not sure what I'm going to title this video, but as you guys can see, it did not take much effort. It was just really quick and simple, but still very, very glam, as you guys can see. I think what makes it a little bit more glam is the lashes and then like adding like a lip gloss. But I feel like overall this is a amazing look. I feel like it's perfect for anyone and everybody. As you guys saw, it's really, really simple. It doesn't really take much time. So if you guys are like running late or you guys want to go out the door but still look put together, I feel like this was perfect. So again, that was pretty much it. I did mention in the video, if you guys did notice anything different about my face, go ahead and leave it down in the comments down below. I just want to see if you guys can guess it or if anyone's gonna guess at all. And like I said, I am gonna make a separate video with whatever I got done, I guess. So yeah, just stay tuned for that video. If you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you guys are not already, and make sure to turn your post notifications on so you guys are notified every single time I upload a new video. And that is all I have to say, and I will see you guys on the next one.